Hello. Throughout this chapter, I thought this chapter was really important because it was a lot to take in, but with this assignment, I felt like it made it easier to understand all the different ions, the balances, and how important it is to make sure they're balanced. So for this assignment, I mapped out the causes, symptoms, and treatment, which include the interactions and importance of the ions. So with hypocalcemia, for the causes, I put that it occurs when calcium concentrations are less than 8.5 milligrams and ionized levels are less than 4 milligrams. And it's related to inadequate intestinal intake, decreases in PDH, and vitamin D levels. And for the symptoms, I put muscle cramps and spasms. And for treatment, I have listed emergency treatment with 10% calcium gluconate if it's extreme, and decreasing your phosphate intake for probably most of your life. Just watching your phosphate intake and making sure that you're not taking in too much. Another example. So for hyperphosphatemia, for the causes, I put phosphate levels. It's when your phosphate levels are more than 4.5 milligrams, long-term use of phosphate-containing enemas, high levels of phosphate, and low levels of calcium. And for the symptoms, also muscle cramps, and usually soft tissue occurrence is in the lungs, kidneys, and joints. And for treatment, aluminum hydroxide may be given. It's really dangerous. Aluminum's really dangerous to consume, so that's usually in like extreme cases or if it's really needed. And dialysis, when you have the renal failure from the softened tissues and stuff, it's required. One other example. Hypokalemia, the causes are when potassium levels exceed 3.5 milligrams, and the symptoms decrease in neuromuscular excitability, skeletal muscle weakness, smooth muscle, and cardiac dysrhythmias. Treatment is estimation of total potassium loss in the body and correction of your acid-base imbalances, and encouragement to eat foods that have a lot of potassium in them, so that you won't have that problem again. So just making sure that your body has the potassium it needs. So yes, writing out all of these and knowing the causes and the symptoms and the treatments were really helpful for me, because I thought this was the most challenging chapter so far. So yeah, thank you.